Okay, my name is Dennis, Dennis Parker, Parker.
Okay. Make sure the thing is going. Give me another mic test if you would.
Mic test, mic check,
That's
1,
very
2,
good,
3.
Very good. Okay. You are the head football coach at Idabel High School for the Warriors.
If we win.
Coach Parker, you were telling me earlier that you actually grew up in Idabel, but you've only been back here for a couple of years as head coach.
Yep, I spent the first 18 years of my life in Idabel, Oklahoma. Best school system, best raising I could have had. Youngest of 6 boys, and couldn't wait to get out of here. And I was gone for 47 years, and came back 2 years ago. Came back as the head coach and the athletic director, and tickled to death to be back. I've spent 18. I was going to be back for 1 year, and this will be my 3rd year. So glad to be home.
Okay, hold that up just a little bit higher. Right there, would be great. Okay. Tell me about I know it seems a little like bragging, but tell me how this program came from when you got here until how it is now.
Well, Idabel had really struggled because of we had like 3 coaches in 4 years, and a lot of it was not based on the coaches. It was the fact that we didn't have a weight room at the high school. We didn't have a locker room at the high school. We didn't have a practice field. Had you driven up to the Idabel High School campus, there was no evidence that there was a football program. So it was really kind of a very difficult for the kids, the coaches, the people to really be successful. And when I came here, the superintendent, Doug Brown, a great superintendent, they gave us the wood shop. We took the wood shop, we took everything out, we painted it, put lockers in, moved the weights over here. We had people from Idabel that built a practice field. So we've got a locker room, we've got a practice field, we've got a weight room, we've got an equipment room, we've got a training room. We've even added a 9th grade locker room. So all of those things like that give us the opportunity to be successful. And we were able, really, you know, we were 1-9 the year before I got here, and the first year we were here, we were able to win 9 games because of the emphasis that we put on the athletics, because of the character education program that we teach, and really because of the great athletes we had that first year, the KJ Wells, the Bucci Threets, the Ryan Scales. We had some really great athletes that first year. And then last year we were able to go to the 2nd round of the playoffs again, which it was very important for maintenance to show that it wasn't just a team, it was a program. And so this is our 3rd year, and you know, you always think the 3rd year should be your best year.
How many years coaching, if you look right here, Coach?
Yes, sir.
How many years coaching do you have?
42.
Wow, 42 years.
Yeah.
That's a career, isn't it?
Well, it is, you know, and it's been I knew I wanted to be a coach. I'm lucky because I knew I wanted to be a coach when I was 15 years old. So I've never really wanted to do anything except coach. And, you know, if you focus on the kids, and it's such a rewarding experience. It's the old saying that, you know, sorrow shared is half a sorrow, and joy shared is twice the joy. And when you win a game and you see those kids and you look at the joy in their eyes, or you see the joy in the people coming out of the stands, and people come up and all that, you understand, you know, Idabel football is community. Idabel football is Idabel, and there's no place like it. I mean, I've coached in college and I've coached in the big cities, and there's nothing like that community. I mean, Idabel football is Idabel, and the people really get behind you. There's no better support system in the world than Idabel.
Wow. What about you told me earlier that you've got probably close to 40 kids coming out this year.
Right. Yeah, we started the first year I was here. Well, actually, that spring that I got here, we had 9. And I told them they got to get 2 more to have a team. But we had 25 that first year. And then last year we moved up and we had to add a ninth grade locker room, and we had we got that done. This year we'll probably have 40 to 42 kids on the high school, and then we'll have a JV team. You know, we're getting to the point, and this is a sad thing to say, but we're getting to a point that we were at in 1967 when I played football. We had a varsity football team, and then we played what we call B team on Monday night, and we're getting back to where now we've got that to where we have ninth grade, JV, varsity, middle school. You know, we're getting back to having a program, and I feel like now that you know, you can leave the program now, and the next guy is going to have a great practice field, a locker room, a weight room. It's in place. Everything is in place to be successful.
All right. Upcoming season, taking a look at your schedule, what do you see there?
Well, it's the third year, and we ought to be this is the best that we should be. The toughest thing about it's the schedule. You know, we open with Paris, North Lamar, which is a 4A Texas school. We play Nashville, Arkansas, who's a Arkansas state champion. So that's in the first 4 games, we're going to play some really tough. We play Broken Bow, which is always a war every year because those kids, and you know, in Idabel and Broken Bow, when we first came, we hadn't won in 15 years. So you couldn't say it was a rivalry because we hadn't beaten them. And now that we've beaten them, now they know what it's like to lose. We know what it's like to win. So it is a real rivalry. So the kids will play their hearts out in that game. We play Hugo, who has really improved their program, and then we start the conference. And our conference is a tough conference. We haven't won conference or district, whatever you want to call it, in 31 years. So we're looking forward to the opportunity to do something that maybe hadn't been done in a while.
All right. What about your coaching staff?
Well, that's one of the best things. The coaching staff is pretty much the same as it was when I came here 2 years ago. When I came here, the coaches left, not I don't think because of me, but because they left before I got here. But we hired a group of coaches: Kai Smith, John Harjo, T.J. Langley, Marcus Worry, and those guys. And we hired those guys that year, and they've stayed with us all this time. We added a couple of coaches this year with Chris Gross, and I think William Mays, and I think that's going to help us. But the stability of keeping Kai Smith running the defense, John Harjo running the offense, T.J. Langley with the defensive line, and those guys developing the relationships with the kids, and that stability of knowing that they're going to be there is going to make a difference.
Can you think of anything else, support of the community or anything?
Well, you know, just that those, you know, I just don't think that if you come to, you know, I was athletic director in Ector County, which is Odessa Permian, and Odessa High, Midland Lee, Midland High, and the fanaticism there. But if you come to Warrior Stadium on Friday night, it is, I mean, there's no better place that I've ever coached, and I've coached. You know, I've played at Nebraska, I've played at Oklahoma, you know, I've seen all these things. I've been at Odessa Permian against Midland Lee, and all the things that state championship games and things like that. But Warrior Stadium on Friday night, there's just not anything better.